what it feels like.
It has been. An IRL timescape.
I mean, I remember very little from just the past like year and a half, you know? Like, I remember getting invested in the scene and everything, but I don't remember, like, just the summer that it hit, you know? I remember very little from that.
No, I agree.
It's
yeah,
crazy.
It's just like very, very blurry, I would say.
Yeah, it's like fuzzy memories. Maybe it's because we want to forget it, like, subconsciously, or maybe it's because, like, it actually has been a time skip, and you know, we're in the Matrix or something right now. But that's not stopping YoModdaFoo and Frenzy from going to town on each other right now. And I think this is a really difficult matchup for Mario.
Yeah, I can see that being the case.
Like, on the ground, I definitely think Game & Watch has a lot more options than Mario. I think Mario's able to do pretty well with, you know, hitting those up smashes from time to time. They're getting rushed down. The thing is, though, when Mario gets up in the air, I feel like Game & Watch could just bully a little bit harder than Mario can, because Game & Watch can get out of anything pretty much for free with that up B.
Yeah, very true. So let's see if that ends up being the case, though. As so far, we still have ourselves a pretty even game. YoModdaFoo going up against Frenzy, and I can actually vouch that YoModdaFoo has gotten a little bit of Mario practice past couple of weeks. But you can already see that starting to pay off a little bit here. Taking the first stop, we got YoModdaFoo still sitting at 90% though, so Frenzy doesn't seem to be too far away from tying it right back up. We'll have to see what the move is though, as so far that up B is going to get punished by a couple of up airs from Yomada. And he's still pushing that advantage state.
Remember earlier I said that Pikachu is arguably the best edge guarder in the game? Right. The only thing that makes me consider Pikachu not being number one in that category is Game & Watch.
Is that right?
Yes. Because, you know, Game & Watch has a disjointed lingering back air instead of just Pikachu's lingering back air. And, you know, he can get back to ledge way faster than Pikachu can. Because up B comes out a lot faster than Quick Attack does, and you gotta usually use both prongs of the Quick Attack too. I don't know. I definitely think that it's Game & Watch over Pikachu in that category.
You know what? Yeah, that's very agreeable, I feel like.
Yeah. The only thing that Pikachu has over Game & Watch is the spike.
Right, but there we go. Already getting a back here to close out yet another stock on Frenzy, and YoModdaFoo once again taking the lead. This time only withstanding about 34%, so this is a much healthier lead, as now Frenzy is going to be on the last stock, and also he's only going to be at 49% as opposed to the previous time, but a couple of up airs just frames away from leading into a forward air that most definitely would have closed out that stock and tied it right back to where we were before.
Dude, I definitely love seeing the attempts from Frenzy. Frenzy knows that's their win condition. That's what they need to get back into this thing. And YoModdaFoo's just having none of it. But Frenzy's playing really aggressively in the corner, is something I'll say. Like, I saw him he got grabbed a second ago. And Frenzy just came out of it swinging with the up air, the fastball. I mean, like, who does that when you're supposed to be getting comboed?
Craziest thing. I actually do like these nairs at a shield, because there's actually I guess a little underrated amount of drift that you can get from those nairs in particular. So I do like Frenzy's utilization of that out of shield.
Yep. And Frenzy's doing a lot of movement shenanigans right now too, with the water, the flood, and the as well as the fireballs. We saw him get out of ledge a second ago against a ledge guarding YoModdaFoo.
Right.
So you know that might be something to look at as the set continues.
Right, that could be very poignant here in just the next couple of moments, but at the same time, Frenzy's got YoModdaFoo at the ledge. I do like the back air followed up by the forward tilt to maybe catch a drop on the shield, but instead we're going to be getting a shield punish with that forward throw to tie up that stock count, and now we got ourselves 63% deficit for Frenzy to make up for, which is kind of doable with Mario's damage output, but might be difficult, like you said, just because of Mario's occasional inability to get into the neutral. And YoModdaFoo definitely does seem to be exploiting that and making that very poignant right now. Yeah,
YoModdaFoo's playing the game very well right now, making sure that Frenzy's options, all of them are kind of hard to connect. And when you're hard to connect with, especially with, you know, bread and butter combos like these up air strings that Mario is used to getting, it becomes very difficult and frustrating. And I think right now Yomada's more so getting into his opponent's mental than he is strictly outplaying him.
Right. There we go. All right, lucky actually the up air straight through that forward air. Just going to cancel it out completely and still allowing to get that small win in the neutral right now.
Oh,
there we go.
This could be what he
straight
needs.
to tie up the percent and almost right to the top. Not able to take it just yet, though. Starting to get very close. Very dicey here for YoModdaFoo.
That was excellent DI too, and this rage is starting to build. Game & Watch is a paperweight, so I mean, an up smash at this percent might kill. Maybe an F smash would too. But it's one thing I will say about Frenzy is they're minding their spacing really well right now. They're using those back airs into landing forward tilts to get a lot off the board. A great tech to help survive off of the up B. 2 minutes left on the clock. We're definitely not going to time, but this has been a long boy. Oh,
yeah.
no.
Down to all the way to the other side of the screen is going to be exactly what YoModdaFoo needs to take the first game. Pretty damn close one, too, though. Frenzy's definitely fighting that good fight, and we'll have one more game for him to do exactly that.
Frenzy was down for pretty much the entire match, but they stayed living right up until the very end, and it was just one whiff that done him in. But I will say, I think the down air might have been, you know, off of that amazing up air string he got. I think the down air, if it connected, might have killed a little bit earlier than the up B did, but I think the up B was a little bit more guaranteed to actually connect. And I think Frenzy might have just been in the mood to go for damage, you know, to make a later kill more guaranteed anyway. But again, towards the latter end of that game, Frenzy started playing incredibly well.
Yeah, I would say so as well, but here we are in that second game, and we'll have to see how Frenzy's play is going to be holding up. I feel like sometimes you can lose a match and still like retain some momentum, if that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. Especially on a near comeback like that. A near comeback is an amazing thing because it either gives you a little bit of momentum or it tears away everything you've worked towards.
And look at that momentum building up to a solid up air string up to 74%. And yeah, even if sometimes you don't retain that momentum necessarily, you can retain a lot of knowledge. But it looks like that down smash that was not really utilized all too much is now coming out in full force from YoModdaFoo to land solidly into a forward smash confirmed to take the first stock.
Yeah, that very well could be YoModdaFoo's best grounded option that Game & Watch has at the disposal. I love that up B. I'm very upset it didn't work in favor of Frenzy because I love the aggression that Frenzy's displaying at any given moment. Whenever there is something that he could potentially use to come out on top, Frenzy goes for it. And I love to see that sort of thing.
Oh, there we go. Good job avoiding the up smash, but still getting met with that forward tilt to bring him off stage. Saw YoModdaFoo going off stage for that off stage up B catch to bring him further from the ledge, but unable to land that. It looks like still you're going to make it back on. Good catch though, not being able to get hit by that up smash. Because sometimes you'll be able to jump,
but
only be hit by up smash. And yup, that's going to be taking that second stock there. And now Frenzy's going to be sitting on what could potentially be last stock for Winner's Rumble. Let's see what other stuff he might be able to bring onto the table here.
And you think Mario's got really good ladder combos? You ain't seen nothing. Game & Watch has him in spades. You know, that Nair sends up such a good trajectory to go for those up air strings. And getting more than one up air is like a good 30%. It's a lot of damage and adds up quick. It doesn't kill. It doesn't have a lot of knockback. But the more up airs you sustain, you're taking a lot of damage from that, but a great impeachment there from Frenzy hitting that Trump back air.
Exactly, and here we are. What was now an entire stock deficit is now about one stock and a couple of percent here, about 10% I would say. And it's starting to look very manageable here for Frenzy.
Yeah, oh no, I think Frenzy misinput that up tilt. I think they were going for a jump to try to extend the up air combo. They could have gotten a lot off of that. It's an unfortunate
Oh man, all the way up to 100%. 59 I think it was to like 100%. That is one heck of a lot of damage to sustain.
Yeah, just from 2 smash attacks too. Okay,
there we go.
All right,
oh, 2 up airs in a row. And now we got our tied stock count.
Again, we've seen Frenzy in situations like this before.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I was kind of like depending on him to land like a solid confirm like that without withstanding 100%. So now we got ourselves a tight stock count, but it's still looking like it's very much everything's on the table right now for Frenzy in terms of the second game.
I love that jump from Frenzy to avoid the back air from Yomada. Yomada almost gets a drag down neutral air. Okay. And now just dropping the rolling thunder with those bombs. Frenzy comes out of the corner aggressively with a forward air. They find their way back under that platform. YoModdaFoo is trying to get any pokes they can, but Frenzy's shielding all of them. He's finally off stage again. Down air not going to connect. Up B will not connect either. Bomb's not going to connect. Frenzy is looking to stay alive, but nope, that last bomb Will, he survived that.
Yeah, still surviving at 172. There we go. Solid pressure though, but it looks like YoModda's still going to be able to push through with that excellent out of shield option that he has available to him.
Yeah,
YoModdaFoo's
jab
going to be going for the up
will
throw.
not kill. I think Nair might even kill at this percent. Down air not going to connect.
I don't think I've ever
Down
seen
air,
it.
that one will though.
Yeah, that one definitely will. I don't think I've ever seen a Game Watch throw take a stock actually.
I've seen it one time. It was on Town and City, and it was a back